if I ask you tonight, you're gonna die, would you not live this afternoon a little bit different? If I say tomorrow is your last day on earth, would you not wake up early in the morning and just savor that sunset, that sunrise? Would you not sit down and just have a deep, meaningful conversation with the ones you love? So Bushido goes deeper than just, I'm ready to die for something. It's to live life in every breath. It's to seek a perfection in your manners, in your life, in everything you do. Bushido. So when people hear that at such a surface level, they're like, oh, he's willing to die for something he believes. Think about deeper meaning in that. Are you living your life today at the full capacity that you think you should live? Are you really happy? Are you really fulfilled? Because Bushido ties into Shinto, which is an old belief in the ways of the gods, but everything is spiritual, right? So the thing is this, are you living the life that you want to live? Or are you living a life off of survival, fear, right? Which a lot of us do. We live a life off of fear because we're scared of failure. And what does Bushido mean? To really die for something you believe in. Can you imagine grasping that and putting whatever is in your heart right now? I know you have passion in your heart. Without purpose, you're just aimlessly going to walk through life. Right? Without purpose, what is there? There's no fulfillment. Right? Without purpose, there's no fulfillment. Without purpose, there's no greater you. And what is the meaning of life? What's the meaning of life but to live and to feel what it means to fulfill a higher purpose? So I wake up early in the morning. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. The reason why 4 o'clock in the morning is because, man, it's a struggle waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's not, it's not easy. And I still want to be challenged. So it's always climbing that hill, climbing that mountain every day. Step by step, we climb the mountain to the top every day. So the first thing you do for me was I wake up early in the morning, and off the Tibetan monks, they would throw their bodies in cold water. So I have a freestanding tub, 55 degrees. I throw my body in cold plunge right off the bat within the first 10 minutes when I wake up. Imagine how foggy your brain is when you're waking up. So if I ask you, hey, I want you to wake up in the morning, I want you to sit in meditation. You're not really going to sit in meditation. Dude, you're probably going to fall back asleep. You got to boot up that brain. Your brain is a computer. You got to boot it up. How do you boot up the brain? There are certain ways to boot up the brain. Changing your physiology. I wake you up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You're like, oh, dude, I'm still foggy. I'm like, okay, well, 50 burpees, and then you hit 50 burpees. That would change your physiology, wouldn't it? If I take you outside and I throw you in 55-degree cold plunge, that would change your physiology. So I need to boot up that brain. I need to wake up that brain. So the first thing I do is I'm going to change your physiology. I'm going to wake up that brain. Once I wake up the brain, I go and I sit in nature. You want to sit in nature because you want to ground yourself. There's a frequency to nature, especially in the morning. There's a frequency in the morning. There's a frequency at night. There's frequency in the afternoon. There's a frequency in the morning. You step outside at night on a Saturday night, you feel the energy. You step outside on a Saturday morning at 3 o'clock in the morning, different energy, huh?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Okay, so I need you to understand. So why we're hitting meditation early in the morning is because there's a different frequency in the morning. There's a different energy in the morning. Okay, so you're able to ground yourself a lot easier in the morning, and also your brain, once you boot it up, it's just coming out of the sleep mode, right? So it's still the slow brain waves still going. It's not the fast brain waves that we have during our analytical thinking during the day, right? When we're problem solving during the day, our brain is a lot faster. In the morning, our brain waves go slower, so you're able to drop deeper in meditation. You want the frequency, you want to be able to ground yourself. So if you sit on grass or you sit on a metal box, different frequency, right? You could feel earth, right? So if you believe that your energy, you believe your energy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So if you're energy, then you have a frequency, right? And if you believe in the earth has an energy, which it does, it has a magnetic pole, right? So there's energy to it. There's a grounding energy to it. So what I'm saying to you, it's the energy from earth, it actually pulls energy from your body, grounding you. So if you're stressed, right, you have anxieties, your frequency's off, it would actually ground yourself, and it pulls that energy and grounds you to the earth. That's why Tai Chi and all those countries in Asia, right, they ground themselves early in the morning. So after my meditation, then I go into 2 hours of working out in the morning. So mornings is usually cardiovascular. Weight training is usually in the afternoon. I split them up. I used to put them together, but I found I was slacking on one or the other. So now I separated two. So 2 hours in the morning of cardiovascular.
Okay.
And then 2 hours of weight training at night.
Yeah, so 4 hours a day. Is that every day?
And then Sundays usually my relaxed day, you know. Usually Sunday I call it my spiritual day, where I meditate, I journal, I work on my yard, you know, just stuff that is very peaceful.
What would you say to most people? What should they be doing in the mornings?
Yeah, so a lot of people when they seek meditation, you know, the voices, their thoughts, they're trying to quiet down, you know, a bit. So meditation is just to be present and to quiet down the thoughts. That's what a lot of the students that come to me seek. So for me, when you're seeking that, just being able to ground yourself, letting go of thoughts, that's a practice. We are put in this world to be great and to serve something greater than ourselves. But how can you serve something greater than yourself when you wake up to yourself every day? When I say that, you wake up to your grumpy self. You wake up to running out of the house late, driving sporadically to work, flicking people off because you're late to work. And then when you get into work, you're rude to everybody else because that's what's in your heart. What if I say to you, wake up early in the morning, ground yourself in truth, serve something that's higher than yourself, let go of whatever that you're holding on to that morning. Come into that day with just gratitude.